So we'll have a live picture, is that correct? And then 2 other headlines. We're branding this breaking. Oh good, the crews are just getting there. Whew. Are we branding this breaking? That's correct, how you have it in there? I think breaking, well, I think it. Okay, then we shall go with breaking. No, I'm in the headline right now. It says breaking in your headline banner. Oh, I thought we just said we were going to breaking. Right now on CBS 46, we are live as the search for a missing kayaker continues on Lake Allatoona. What officials are telling us happened minutes before he went missing. And restaurants getting ready starting tomorrow. You will have more options than just takeout. The guidelines restaurants must follow if they are choosing to welcome diners back into their business. The possibility of getting back to normal, what experts are saying about antibody testing and how it could be the key.
This is CBS 46 News at 7. Getting results.
Good morning. Great to have you with us. It is Sunday, April 26th. I'm Megan Packer. Hope you're having a great weekend. Thanks for spending part of it with us, as always. Let's head outside right now for a live look over downtown Atlanta. 53 degrees right now. Meteorologist Alexandra Steele tracking our Sunday forecast. Yesterday it turned out to be beautiful, but we know there were also very strong storms in North Georgia yesterday, Alexandra.
Yeah, that's really how it played out, but that was the expectation yesterday. Remember, we had that marginal risk to the north in the North Georgia mountains. Rabun County, Union towns all had some hail and even a tornado watch in Rabun County. Right now, though, a whole different affair. Cooler, drier air setting the stage. It is 53, a west wind at 8 miles per hour, but that is nothing compared to the winds and what they will do later today. Temperatures in the 50s across the board, 51 in Blairsville. It is 55 in LaGrange. We do have a wind advisory from 1 o'clock this afternoon until 9 p.m. tonight. We'll see northwest winds 15 to 25, gusting to 35. Again, winds pretty light now, but as we look into the future, wind gusts today 25 to 35 miles per hour. You'll really notice them kicking in later this afternoon and this evening. And then by the time overnight tonight, those winds will settle down. For today, though, it was 80 degrees yesterday in Atlanta at 4:35. Today, 10 degrees plus, less than that. Mostly sunny skies, 68 in Atlanta, holding into the upper 50s in LJ. 71 with sunshine from LaGrange to Griffin to Covington to Eatonton. We'll talk about the forecast coming up. We do have some rain on the way in what's already been a super saturated year. How much we could see and when the rain will come. That's all coming up, Megan, in just 10 minutes.
All right, Alexandra, thank you. We will see you soon. Developing this morning out of Cherokee County, the search is resuming right now for a man who fell out of his kayak in Lake Allatoona and never resurfaced. CBS 46's Carolyn Ryan is live near Little River Marina off Bells Ferry Road. Carolyn, what can you tell us about this?
Hi, good Sunday morning, Megan. Yes, search and rescue crews just arrived back here on the scene this morning now that it's daylight here in Cherokee County. Let me step out of the way so that you can see what's going on here behind me. They've got a boat out here in the parking lot with sonar on the top of that boat, and they're going to resume that search here in the next few minutes. They've got this entire parking lot area taped off so they can get in here, they can get set up, do what they need to do to get back to work this morning. But as we pan down to the cove to kind of show you where this all happened, really windy day out here. This again is a cove on Lake Allatoona where that man went missing. The call came in yesterday around 5:30. Now police say the man was trying to rescue his dog when he fell out of his kayak and he never resurfaced. But at this point, that's all the details we have. We don't know what happened to the dog, and obviously again we don't know what happened to that man. But divers were out here yesterday for hours trying to locate him with no luck. Again, rescuers focusing in on the cove you see there, but it is a really large area that they still have to cover. Now I'm told they'll be setting up a command post here as well in just a little while. So we hope to learn more in the next half hour. But again, this all happening at the marina here, the Little River Marine Center right across the street from there. There's a barbecue restaurant, obviously a popular place right here. The command post going to be set up in the parking lot behind us, and then again rescuers getting in the water here any minute to resume their search now that it's daylight once again here in Cherokee County. But we'll have another update for you in about a half hour from now, Megan. We hope to learn more once the command post gets set up.
All right, Carolyn, thank you. We will check in throughout the morning. We are working to also get more information about an officer-involved shooting. It happened in Hogansville in Troup County. We know that GBI has been called in to investigate this. Stay with us throughout the day as we work to learn more. We will let you know when we get developments in that. We are now heading into day 3 of Governor Brian Kemp's plan to slowly reopen Georgia's economy. As it progresses, we are also keeping a close eye on the latest coronavirus numbers from right here in our state. Out of 10 million people, there are 23,216 confirmed cases at this point. 907 people have died in Georgia. More than 4,000 people have been hospitalized. Fulton County remains at the top of the list with 2,543 confirmed cases. We are also learning the Atlanta-based CDC is adding 6 new coronavirus symptoms to its website. They include chills, repeated shaking with chills, muscle pain, headache, sore throat, and a new loss of taste or smell. Previous symptoms included fever, cough, and shortness of breath. So far this weekend, businesses like gyms, salons, and tattoo parlors have opened for business. Yesterday, several parks in Cobb County opened with some restrictions in place. And as those shops and parks slowly start to open back up, many people are getting out and taking advantage. We spoke with one person who says they missed getting a haircut.
It's unfortunate that this has happened, but you know, life goes on, and it's been a while since I had my haircut, and you know, it's just something I like to do. So, and I'm safe. I feel comfortable.
The owner of that salon told us what many others have. It was a very difficult decision to reopen, but he did it for his customers.
The opening up of Georgia has backfired politically, and which negatively impacts their agenda.
I think in so many cases, we're not mad, and that's part of the problem.
Not everyone is feeling good about the reopening. Atlanta native and rapper and businessman T.I. is speaking out along with fellow rapper and businessman David Banner. They were on Facebook Live saying how the decision to reopen Georgia was not thought out thoroughly. They also believe the type of businesses reopening seem to target African Americans. They're asking people to continue to stay home. Starting tomorrow, Monday, restaurants will be given the green light to reopen to have people come back and eat inside of their establishments. restaurants. Here's a look at some of the guidelines that will be enforced. Owners will be required to seat customers at least 6 feet apart. Salad bars and buffets are no longer allowed, and employees will be required to wear face masks at all times. Movie theaters will also be allowed to reopen tomorrow. Their guidelines include people sitting 6 feet apart and movie ushers helping to enforce that rule once you get into the theater. Tape has to be on the floors to display social distancing, and all workers have to clean every seat, handrail, and doorknob after each use. New testing could help ease people's minds and help get things back to normal as much as possible. The FDA is approving the first COVID-19 test kit that can be delivered straight to your door. It comes as government officials continue to push for more antibody testing. If somebody has antibodies, it's possible they could be immune to the virus. This week, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said his state has done 3,000 antibody tests, but experts say that's not enough.
We're getting better and better at it as the weeks go by. But we are not in a situation where we say we're exactly where we want to be with regard to testing.
Part of the problem is the U.S. Food and Drug Administration relaxed its rules, allowing dozens of companies to sell tests without first proving they get accurate results. So far, the FDA has only approved 7. During this pandemic, plenty of people are struggling to feed their families. To help lighten the load on parents, some local nonprofits are holding drive-through food distributions. Dozens of families showed up yesterday. Volunteers loaded up their cars with food.
We realized, like, when that county, a lot of the counties are giving all lunches and breakfast to school kids, and a lot of them are home during the day, they got no snacks. So we thought it would be a good time to relieve families, provide snacks for those families. And so as we started that, the idea grew bigger and bigger. Instead of just doing snacks for the kids, we decided to add a meal.
Well, this is like one of so many events like this we've been seeing. This event was made possible by Nourishing Hands, OPI, and Elite Women of Atlanta. They partnered with high schools and other companies to make it happen. Oh, look at this. Some touching moments at a hospital in Great Britain. Doctors finally releasing a 6-month-old from the hospital after beating COVID-19. Erin was in an isolation room for 14 days, and this morning she gets to be home with her family. We'd love to see these stories of hope. It is 7:09 right now on your Sunday morning. As you wait for your stimulus money, the IRS is sending out a warning, the scam they say you need to be aware of. When the CBS 46 Morning News continues. Good morning. It is a beautiful morning on Lake Lanier. Look at the sun rising over the water. It is 7:11. Welcome back to CBS 46 Morning News. I'm Megan Packer. Great to have you with us as we start a new day together. Tense moments at a Gwinnett County airport last night when a plane had issues with its landing gear. Look at this picture. The plane was able, thankfully, to land safely. Gwinnett Fire and Airport authorities were on the scene before the plane landed. The front landing gear collapsed on the runway, but nobody here was hurt. We are learning more about a shooting that left one man dead and sent another to the hospital. This happened at a Southwest Atlanta apartment complex. Investigators say when they got to the Trestle Tree Village apartments, they found a man with a gun in his hands. That man later died. They also found another man shot in the leg. Police believe there was some kind of shootout. They are still trying to piece exactly together what happened. The Trump administration is calling out China, claiming the country is trying to hack several U.S. agencies to steal coronavirus research. U.S. officials say there has been a wave of cyber attacks, mostly targeting the Department of Health and Human Services, as well as hospitals and labs. The HHS oversees the Atlanta-based Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. This morning, the IRS is warning everybody, especially seniors, to beware of scammers targeting those government stimulus checks. Scammers will call or email asking for personal information like your social security number or maybe your bank account information. Keep in mind, the IRS does not call or email to get that kind of personal information. It is 7:13 right now. As we head to break, we'll take you outside again. A live look over the city of Atlanta as the sun rises. It's 53 degrees outside. We'll get Atlanta's most accurate forecast with meteorologist Alexander Steele right after this. Stay with us. Welcome back. It is 7:15. So many people are stepping up to help out during the pandemic in so many different ways. One example is fashion designer Autumn Hark, who has created thousands of masks and now face shields for doctors, nurses, and military members. Jillian Lopez spoke with her about how she got started and ways we can all help out.
I really love fashion, but I really, really love helping people.
Fashion designer Autumn Hawk knew she wanted to use her passion to make a difference in the community.
So basically I was trying to figure out what am I going to make these masks out of.
When she heard that the CDC recommended using materials similar to a vacuum bag, she immediately thought of reusable bags, grabbed her sewing machine, and got to work.
When I steam it, you can see it's still wet and it does not absorb droplets. So this was actually sort of perfect, and I've just been ordering more and more, and I've probably hit about 2,000 this week.
And she's not stopping there. Autumn has started making face shields as well. She encourages others to join in because the process is simple.
these nurses, these doctors, these first responders have put me in all of these sort of medical chat rooms, and I kept saying they needed shields. We came up with this, which is projector film.
Oh.
Remember in school when the teacher would write on the projector with a marker? And then all I do is I poke some holes. I put the elastic through. This is really important. This is window seal. And that's important because you want to give space between the shield and the doctor's face so they can breathe and it won't fog up.
She's making sure that people who really need these products are getting them directly.
I'm sort of obsessed with protecting these people now, so I've started actually just shipping out myself separately to people's homes.
With such a high demand for these products, Autumn continues to create these shields and help people in need.
These strangers have become my heart. As you can see, I started putting their selfies above my machine just to keep me motivated. And most of those people I don't know.
Autumn says her passion of helping others will continue on.
It's really cool to dress celebrities, but it's really cool to dress heroes.
Oh, well said indeed. Alexandra, I love how she says, I'm obsessed now with helping them. You can tell she's so passionate.
Oh, the ingenuity of people. It's been unbelievable to watch all these stories. Thanks, Megan. That's neat. All right, good morning, everyone. Well, as you step outside, kind of a variety of cloud cover out there. Right now, 53 in Atlanta, but it's that wind. That's what you should watch today. Winds now at 8 miles per hour, but boy, that will change. A very blustery day on tap. Temperature's pretty consistent, kind of a consistent air mass. Cooler, drier air has moved in. It is 52 and LJ 50 right now in Carrollton. A wind advisory commences at 1, goes through 9 p.m. Wind gusts to 35 miles per hour and sustained 15 to 25 miles per hour today. So looking into the future at some of these gusts, although some of them will get a little elevated, but we'll see gusts to 35 miles per hour throughout this afternoon and in toward tonight. And then later tonight, overnight, those winds will abate and the winds will be much lighter tomorrow. Satellite and radar composite, nothing on the radar. We did have some isolated strong storms as expected in Rabun, Towns, and Union County last evening. Some hail as well. Today, again, mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. Maybe an isolated sprinkle in the North Georgia mountains. But for most of us, just a cooler day than yesterday. We hit 80 in Atlanta at 4:35 yesterday afternoon. Not the record. The record was 88. 65 today. So temperatures today between about 65 and 70 in Atlanta and some strong gusty winds. So sunny, yes, much cooler and windy. And by the time we get to 9 o'clock, temperatures will be in the 50s. So for today, sunny in Atlanta, 68. Farther south and east you go, the more sunshine. Farther north, places like LJ, some clouds hold and thus keeping those temperatures in the 50s today. So today, partly sunny to mostly sunny skies and 69. 72, a beautiful day Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday, the warmest day. No wind and lots of sunshine, but that's in advance of our next front. Rainmaker comes in on Wednesday with some scattered showers and maybe an isolated thunderstorm, and then smooth sailing after